Hello, I'm Anthony Mills, Director of Education Services here at the Texas Municipal Retirement System. Today, I'd like to talk with you about this year's legislative update and what you need to know. First, let's begin with a new benefit option for TMRS cities. An 8% employee contribution rate is now available. Beginning September 1st, 2025, TMRS participating cities are now permitted to add an 8% employee contribution rate to its TMRS plans. How? Well, like all benefit provisions in TMRS, our cities must adopt an ordinance in order to change from their current employee contribution rate, the 5, the 6, the 7% that you may currently have. In order to change to the new 8% option, you must adopt an ordinance. So what's the effect? Well, with TMRS being a cash balance design plan, the higher employee contribution amount means that more matching dollars are going to be added to the member's account. That could also mean additional updated service credit at cities that have that optional provision. And these additional credits will be used to help calculate a member's benefit. The higher employee contribution amount means that members will contribute more to their own TMRS employee savings accounts. But that also means that if the employee is paying in more, the city's adding additional matching dollars. Cities that have the optional updated service credit provision means that employees at those cities who've worked long enough to qualify for an updated service credit can also receive additional contributions that will be set aside by the city to add to that employee's total reserve fund. And it's that total reserve fund that will be used to help calculate the member's retirement benefit. So let's talk about another benefit. Non-retroactive COLAs. The non-retroactive COLA option, while it's not a new benefit per se, it was only recently added to TMRS as an option. It originated in the 88th legislature back in 2023. This simpler, less expensive COLA option expires December 31st of this year. If a city has adopted this COLA option, it will take effect January 1, 2026. If your city wishes to make a plan change after December 31st, 2025, it's important to know that the TMRS Act requires that certain plan provisions require you to readopt your repeating updated service credits and cost of living adjustments. And if you were to make one of these type of plan changes after that December 31st, 2025 date, it's important to know that you'd have to readopt the traditional retroactive COLA and not this non-retroactive COLA. Those changes include the employee contribution rate, the city's matching ratio, and as I said, updated service credits and COLA. Any change to these type of provisions would require that your COLA be readopted. And at that time, if it's after December 31st, it would be the traditional retroactive COLA. Remember, to keep the non-retroactive COLA that your city has already adopted, be sure to make plan changes ahead of the December 31st, 2025 sunset date. So if you're considering a plan change, there are a few resource tools I want to make sure that you are aware of. The city dashboard could be used to help educate your administration and your city council. A plan comparison tool on the TMRS website is available for you to compare your plan to other plans, either in your geographic area or around the state. Or if you just wanted a snapshot of your plan itself, you can see that at the plan comparison tool. TMRS's plan change calculator is available on the TMRS City Portal. You can go to the TMRS Plan Change Calculator to model the cost of making certain plan changes. Our city services team, call the TMRS City Services team with any questions that you have about plan changes. TMRS will prepare for you any model ordinance for the plan change that you're considering. It's important to let us know at least 7 days in advance if you're planning to add a plan change to your council or board's agenda. That way we can get the model ordinance to you in plenty of time. While we've discussed the deadlines related to plan changes having to do with the non-retroactive COLA today, it's also important to know that there are other deadlines that you need to be aware of. In order for a plan change option to take effect, we've already said that you must adopt an ordinance. Certain plan changes can take effect as early as the first of the following month after adoption. But there are certain plan changes, specifically city matching ratio changes, any change to the updated service credit, or the cost of living adjustment. Those changes have to be adopted by your council or board before December 31st, 2025, in order for them to take effect January 1, 2026. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions about any of the provisions that we've discussed, feel free to reach out to our city services team. We stand by ready to assist you. Thank you.